my lord. Bit of a stretch. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. This is my second time commentating these beautiful tournaments. These are obviously really exciting, fantastic gameplay, high skill level gameplay here. The first time was the 3v3 tournament. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. This is the second. This is fours. There's a lot going on here. It's about a little bit hard to commentate. I don't want to keep talking over everyone's stream, and I don't want this to sound like we're down at the races. And George by a mile. George is in front. George is by, and Nightmare's coming in close. And then we've got Danny Cod. Danny Cod breaks. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like that. I just want to make a few comments here or there. Talk about the gameplay, the mentality, how they're rotating around the map, how they're utilizing their supers, and stuff like that. I don't want to be talking too much. I want to let their gameplay speak for themselves. I'm not here. We're not at an auction. I've got $5 over there. $5. Can I get George for a second? George in at 5. I've got Swooly coming in. You know what I mean? I want to let their gameplay talk for themselves. But I will be commenting about their rotations, how well they're playing cover, the impact players. Obviously, I'll be commentating a lot on how George and Swooly themselves are playing because we're watching their streams. But I will be looking in the kill feed, seeing how their teammates go as well, what picks they're getting, if they're utilizing their supers properly, map rotation, where people are positioned. Obviously, I will make a few mistakes. How big is your PV penis? About average. It's about a 1.1. It's about a 1.1. I don't know if I should make a coffee, guys. Have we got enough time for a coffee? That is the real question. Have we got enough time for a coffee?
Vabbè, fatemi andare a pisciare, va. Come se non bastasse. Cioè praticamente metti che vinciamo noi la prima, dopo dobbiamo rifarla. Effettivamente, ragazzi. Diego, io non ti vedo. Che magari, guarda io ho trash, fido, te lo odio.
Chi è che manca di loro, scusate?
Ma che cazzo ne so, questi si passano come le puttane, Dani, non so.
Aspetta, quali dei tanti? Perché... Liga? Non so, Liga, c'è Crucify, c'è Aiden, Cheeky.
Rightio peeps. This tournament is brought to you by the Destiny 2 ESports. It is also brought to you by Razer. And I'm your lovely host, Only Run Stacked, better known as Stacked, or Hey That Guy. This is the grand final. We have BESTIE, composed of mostly Italian players, I'm going to say. I think I heard one American in there. Versus OSCURO. I'm sure we'll figure their name out along the way. These players have gone through 50 teams, obviously excluding their own teams, so 49 teams to get through where they are today. This is the grand final. There'll be honestly blood, sweat, and tears thrown into this grand final. People will be strafing, crouching in between their shots, utilizing their supers, complaining about latency and lag. Expect it all here. Expect it all. I'm not sure if there's going to be any disrespect or ill will between the teams. There's no teabagging, shooting the corpse or anything like that. The prize pool, !prize in the chat right now, and that will come up. But yeah, very, very excited to see both players. We only have the perspective of George and Swooley, who is playing on the account Terra. So it should be some absolutely exciting stuff. Also, guys, I am not yet sponsored by Nescafe Blend 43. It's absolutely delicious instant coffee. And Winfield cigarettes. I'm not sponsored by either of those companies, but I do like to indulge. Aside from that, what we'll be doing is that the series is the best of 5 for the losers bracket. If BESTIE happens to win 3 games out of the 5, then it will reset and start the series all over again. Is that correct, Kath? Good morning, you boo. Then they will play the final series. But if George, Danny, Nightmare, and Liga manage to wipe BESTIE's team out, that's it. That's done and dusted. That's what you get from coming up from the losers bracket. This is only a second chance. You have to fight. You have to win 2 series. You have to prove that you're the best. So, who knows? George and OSCURO only have to win the 1 series. And BESTIE have to come away with the 2. Who have you guys got your money on right now? This is not a legal gambling station, but if you were to put on your bets, who would they be on, guys, right now? We'll get a number one in the chat. We'll make it simple for OSCURO, and a number 2 in the chat for BESTIE. Right now, guys. Right now. Who would you choose? Number 1 for OSCURO and number 2 for BESTIE, guys. In the chat right now. Bring it down. Show me who's your money on. Like, I lost those guys, but never thought they would go so far. They honestly, this is the grand final. George is cracked. Number 3, the caster. I always win, highlighter. Even when I lose, I win. Hey, highlighter, you gonna come in here and commentate this with me? Highlighter, you coming in and you're commentating this with me or not? I'm in the stream Discord. If you want to hop in and have a chatola. You're about to play with KD? Oh my lord. You can't take Jack's role, highlighter. Jack is always the man. He's trying to... Can I put a multi on George to get the first kill? Nice. Again, guys, you just tuned in. This is the grand final. BESTIE is coming up from the losers bracket to verse OSCURO. OSCURO only have to come away with 1 series win. BESTIE have to come away with 2 as they're coming up from the losers bracket. Honestly, I wish both teams the best of luck. The fact that they've gotten so far, it just shows how skillful, how coordinated, and how well put together both these teams are. Communication, map awareness, rotations, playing their lives, playing cover, team shots. You'll see it all. You'll see it all coming up now. The prizes are 4 Razer headsets to the winning team, 2 Razer mice to 2 MVPs, and a prize pool of $200. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. We'll be watching both Swooly, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. He'll be on the account Terra, and George from both teams. If you hear me regard them as Swooly's team or George's team, it's only because I'm watching their respective streams, and that's why I'd be saying it that way. We'll unmute George and we'll see what George. I think George's team is just waiting for Liga.
Thank you, dude.
Just waiting for Liga to hop in.
Yes. Thank you,
So
dude.
we'll just cut across to there.
I know, yeah. Cap, it's not my fault. Don't blame me for this shit. Thing is, Cap, you think 25 minutes is bad, right? Last week we had to wait 3 hours to play the finals, and we couldn't play it.
I'm just going to mute George's stream right now, guys. I know George is going to be watching the past broadcast, but is there any point in time where you guys have heard George speak and not complain? Anytime. Just let me know. I love you, George. Also, you're a free win. Hope you enjoyed the past broadcast. Alright. Who should we watch first, guys? Are we going to be watching Swooly or we're going to be watching George?
Cazzo, raga, mi stavo per scrivere e me cago nella puta madre. Mamma mia.
Oh, ciao, ciao. Oh.
È bellissimo, tipo Danny Code dice me cago nella puta.
You guys would like to watch George first? Rightio.
Guarda,
When we get to about a third way through the game, we'll swap.
ho ripreso la virginità
Usually
7
about
volte,
25
anzi, ho
kills
ripreso la virginità.
is when the super start coming out. So around 25 kills, we'll swap over to Swooly, and then around 50 kills, we'll swap back to George. We'll do it vice versa, or we can go halfway. Would you guys like to see half and half?
Mi viene da piangere.
We'll go halfway through the game,
Ma che ne
and then we'll
sai,
swap.
Giamma? Ma che ne sanno loro?
Or you want to do it in
potrebbe
thirds?
essere anche il tuo.
We'll do it in thirds. We'll open up with George's stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to focus on this game because I'd rather put a headset on the line right now.
George, again, talking about the headset.
Yes. The pass lagged out twice in the last 2 games. Nice, man.
Halfway sounds better, Keys?
Yeah, I don't know why we're black screen right now.
Rightio, we'll do halfway then.
Nice. It's just black screened.
George, obviously still
Sorry,
streaming
sorry,
from his PlayStation. Hopefully, if he
God.
wins this, he can put the winnings towards getting a PC and using OBS.
Daddy, you're so stupid. Get this.
So 3 rotated glass, 1 stayed holding their spawn lane, 2 rotated B, holding back rocket.
I am so rusty right now. I got PTSD against this team.
Pushing the spawn straight away, getting the split spawn. 3 of them are going to spawn generators, rotating out to helipad, I'm going to assume.
Bro, I'm not warmed up right now.
Danny gets 1.
Oh my god.
Jesus gets 1. Depass gets 2. Depass gets 2 and decides to rotate. I'm assuming they're going to group up on B. George spawned opposite.
I see right now.
The B spawn is correct. They've picked off 2. Terra gets 1.
What the hell?
Liga cleans up. That's a whole team wipe again. Pushing the spawns. Nightmare pushing the spawns, trying to get them to split. It looks like they're going to rotate. Looks like they're rotating glass.
What the?
Rotating glass. They're going to B, trying to regroup with their team. Very smart play by them. Split spawns, rotating around to B. 1 outside. That's a very curious spawn.
Wait, no.
George gets a trade. It's very important knowing the spawns as well. Very special for George. Didn't anything to earn that. There's a trade over there by Liga, and oh my god.
Why are they emoting?
There's something wrong with the game in question. Righto, looks like a reset. The game was still on early stages, 17-5. Still a big lead.
No.
Still a massive lead for the start of the game.
One of them wasn't there. I checked the leaderboard. He was stuck dead. Because he wasn't spawning in. Did you? Someone is spamming us. Oh my god. Alright, you go. Alright. Go down. That was my warm-up game, I'm not gonna lie. I was sat in orbit for 2 hours. 2 hours.
It seems George is happy to reset. There's no issues, there's no qualms. He's happy to reset. The enemy team was getting spammed or whatever they were saying. He's happy for the reset.
Let me do a build a bit.
Doesn't matter. Understands that one of them wasn't there or one of them was getting distracted.
How many points do we need? 58. 58. Alright, fine.
Alright. BESTIE. OSCURO.
What if we start losing?
This is the grand final. BESTIE coming up from the losers bracket needs to win 2 series. OSCURO just needs to win the 1. Three rotating glass going to B. It's the same opening push they did last game. 1 stays back in their spawn. I'm assuming that's the sniper. They're rotating around.
Nice.
Nightmare gets a pick. Depass gets Liga. There's a lot going on. George just looking for someone to contest. George not realizing there's someone behind him. 1 shot right now. See if he can get the trade. This looks more like it. This looks more like it. I didn't think BESTIE was gonna let him fucking run him. I honestly didn't think. 17-5 last game. I didn't think that was the case. I wanted a close game. This is what I want.
Yeah, guys, I'm down. I'm outside
Two
right now.
rotating outside. One staying in spawn, questionable. They're doing a 2-and-2 split. I see Liga just running through B on the opposite side of the map.
Double tap.
Liga and COD opposite side of the map. Danny gets a double. Good primary gameplay. Nightmare with the cleanup.
Oh my god.
What a snipe by DePask. That was fantastic. Your trader gets a double. Good stuff.
Yeah, we're playing for 0-0.
Oscuro
I
only in the
fucking
lead by
warm-up.
1.
That was that, I think. Bro, that will chain him, that will chain him.
Big fucking tags. Big tags by George. He had that many tags, he had his nade back instantly.
One shot, man.
Starting to pull away with it now. 3 kills the lead. Still 3 kills the difference. Swooly couldn't get a trade there. George and that kill clip. Done all the work there. Still a good triple tap. Hitting him for 70s from that distance.
People when they shade stuff.
Good teams. Good teams by Oscuro. They're really coming in their stride now. Working together.
Oh my god, he's just the best in the fucking game.
DePask with the snipe, shutting down George. They were actually getting some momentum there.
Good. I'm so jealous, man. Oh my god, they're spawning.
They were getting momentum there, Oscuro.
There's 3 people on me.
Pushing the action now. They're not going to take this line down, BESTIE. Justice K gets 1. Liga trades. 2 outside. That's a very peculiar place for a rift. Usually you'll see it around the corner, trying to bait the team into the engagement, not just right in the middle. The pass gets another snipe. This man is on fire. Pushing the action. George 1. Oh my god, he's 1 as well. Decides to disengage. 1 back generators. I don't think George notices him. The pass gets a double.
Oh my god.
Fantastic play by my god. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see by the BESTIE. I'm not rooting for either team, but to be honest with you guys, they're both phenomenal teams. I want to see a close match, good coordination, good teamwork. I don't want to see one team run another team. I want to see it close, down to the wire. George, extremely close. Around the 25 kill mark, we start seeing supers. Around the 25 kill mark, we start seeing supers opening up. And how they use them determines how they're going to go in the game. A good super usage could change the whole dynamic. Good supers, good orbs, good rotations, pushing them off spawns, split spawns. It's all about to open up now. 25-25. Both teams coming into supers. George weak. Gets 1. Team rotating outside helipad. Hopefully they can team George. George just runs out, overextended. Here comes the counterstorm by DePask. This is going to get exciting. Liga shutting down Terrorize. DePask still on a rampant. Takes down 2. George with a very advantageous spawn there. I'm not sure if you can shut down.
I got the Oxstar.
What a trade. Very fortunate with the trade there. 31-31. The BESTIE still has 2.
Watch out for the Nova Bomb, watch out for the Nova Bomb.
Has 2 supers. Both teams still have 2. DePask hitting his snipe on Liga. Just taking away the lead. Swooly coming through with the double. The team rotating for those orbs. They're hungry for those orbs. This is honestly fantastic to watch. They're really taking it to OSCURO. They're really taking it to OSCURO, making them work for it.
Nice.
They're not going to take this line down, coming out of the losers bracket.
He's half.
Taking down 1 with that super.
Nice.
So unfortunate. I would have liked to see at least a double with that blade barrage. Really pushing the spawns. Good teamwork there.
I got one guy one
The
shot,
pass
but-
gets Liga. George one shot holding back Rocket. I'm not sure who's behind.
I'm
There's
shot
one.
Still, like, I can't do anything.
BESTIE coming away just a little bit. 4 kills a difference, 1 team wipe. Nothing too exciting just yet. We're past the halfway mark. We're swapping over to Swooley. I love this team's communication and their rotation.
Ok. Si volete beccate, 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 beccate.
Rotating outside, trying to support his team. I wonder if they will get spawned behind.
Sì,
They're gonna get
il
pinched?
flank.
The communication of this team, I am honestly impressed. Extremely impressed. Fantastic shots by Swooley. Almost got the double.
Buono, buono. Davanti, 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 dagli una mano. Lo pushano, lo pushano. Ok, perfetto.
Went for the trade there. Only in the lead by 1 kill. They're all spawning up. One's still spawning up. 2 back generators at the moment. Swooley maybe have overextended. He's by himself in the kill box right now.
Ma ho ucciso Danny.
Danny Cod takes none of it. Nightmare cleaning up on my guard. They're trying to get a trade at least. Nightmare takes another one.
Ok.
That's a team wipe by George.
Attento.
OSCURO now in the lead by 3. Pushing him off spawns, keeping the pressure. It's a double for Nightmare. Good play by him. They should really hold outside. And it's a pass getting pushed. Unfortunately, couldn't get a trade.
Oh. Il flanca dietro, Giamma. Preso.
Good trade by Swooley. It doesn't really matter though. They got the team wipe either way.
Calma. Cioè stiamo in giri
Jesus
diversi,
just
stiamo in giri
rotates.
diversi.
Hopefully they all spawn together.
Prima davanti.
OSCURO's doing fantastic pushing him off spawn. Keeping the pressure. Good pick by Swooley. Liga takes the pass.
È un fenomeno sto qua con sto cecchino, figlio di troia.
Holding center of the map. I think Liga's waiting for his team to spawn. There's a split spawn. Liga's behind them. Swooley spawns behind. We'll see what he can do. Danny rotates back to his team, cleaning up the pass as he does it. Two at heavy,
Giamma.
2 pushing the action.
C'è il cecchino in fondo
They
a
know
sinistra,
one's at
cecchino in
glass.
fondo a
They know
sinistra.
2 are at glass. 2 are at glass. Danny, I'm assuming, is with Liga, holding that lane. George comes out with his storm.
Morto.
Slowly taking down George before he could go rampant with that storm.
C'ha lo smash.
The second round of supers are up. Game is still close. This super rotation is going to be extremely important to how the rest of the game plays out. BESTIE not really doing much with their storm. Nightmare taking one down. Here comes Liga. Liga taking down Swooley.
C'è in area che
Jess is hoping for a trade.
Ok.
Unfortunately, Nightmare cleans him up.
Fai come puoi, fai come puoi.
Nightmare
Aspetta,
getting a
vieni
double
qua,
there.
Fermo. Dobbiamo teamare, Giamma.
Nightmare Titan just a
Team qua davanti,
very
team
solid,
davanti, team
very
davanti.
solid player. Very solid player. Nothing to sneeze at. Danny Cod pushing in as well.
Ma vaffanculo, dai, che palla.
OSCURO really pulling away now.
They're
really coming into their stride.
Destra il Titan. L'ha usata.
Unfortunately,
Buono,
BESTIE
buono,
couldn't
buono,
utilize
buono,
their
buono,
super.
Arrivo.
Uno mi flanca da destra. Arrivo. Prima Dani.
C'è il cecchino,
They really didn't have to push this. They really didn't have to push that. Their team's spawning up opposite side of the map. They've put themselves in a pickle right now. They're about to get angled out.
Raga, sono morto,
They put themselves in a pickle there. They could have played a bit
No,
slower.
questa partita è andata, raga, abbiamo cominciato
They could
a
have played a
farci
lot slower
sconchillare,
there.
niente. Vabbè. Calma. Guarda.
He's just gonna get rid of this Nova. He gets the double. Oh my god, takes down George. There's a triple. A bunch of orbs. But I'm afraid it might be a little bit too late. OSCURO only needing one
appena
kill.
spawnato quello.
The Blade Barrage taking 2. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure. There's a team wipe.
C'è bene super, eh?
BESTIE needing 10. OSCURO only needing 1. Liga seals it with the body shot. I feel like towards the end with the... This is just my opinion. Just towards the end, they got a little bit impatient, not waiting for their team to spawn up. And just that second rotation, of supers, I don't feel like BESTIE used it to their full potential. I've yet to see a very, like, anyone use a Blade Barrage and get maybe, I don't know, maybe like a triple, or I haven't seen that a good play or a shutdown with a Blade Barrage. So far, I've seen about 8 Blade Barrages with probably about 1 single and 1 double. Yeah, BESTIE, I personally don't feel like they did really well with their super rotation the second time round. We're usually seeing around the 20 to 25 kill mark the supers start to come into play, and around the 50 to 55 kill mark the second row of supers. If a team does really well with their second rotation and their first rotation, generating orbs and collapsing on the enemy spawn, you could potentially see a third row of supers coming towards the end of the game. And just a little bit of impatience towards the end. They were doing fantastic teamwork, collapsing, rotations, really putting George and OSCURO under the pump in the first half, but OSCURO just coming up and taking that victory. So second round of the series on Burnout. We'll watch Slowly first, halfway through, and we'll go back to George.
Siamo coi flank, insomma, cattivi, aggressivi.
See how they play.
Si challenge da fuori. Dani, tienti la granata per la pozza di George, che l'avete sempre a sinistra, ricordate.
Go full screen, Theo. You muppet.
I one shot the nightmare.
Rightio. Everyone rotated outside of the map. It's a dogfight outside.
Quello non è morto George.
OSCURO getting the team wipe. Usually I see teams rotate back library and hold the inside spawn.
Double tap. Scusatemi.
Everyone rotated outside.
Sotto ponte, datemi una mano, buona. Un altro timate.
Good comms. Good comms.
Spawnato dietro.
So we like to hear by Sully. They're separate. He sees 2 people in front of him, one on his right, one on his left. The pass getting the double.
Sono due, da fuori.
Aspetta, dietro.
Fuori. Destra.
Good cleanup. Nightmare takes down, oh my god. They can still get a double though. Good cleanup. Nightmare takes one down before he gets cleaned up. It's 10-10.
Aspetta, vi push in mid.
10-10.
Troppo.
Good angle by oh my god. Takes down Liga. Liga still gets that Thorn perk to proc
Aspetta.
and burn the pass.
Uno
Slowly's by himself. No, he's not. There's 2 there. Don't go for a flank. He's going for the flank. His team is left. His team is left outside.
Aspetta.
His team get collapsed on. Sully takes down one. Rift in center. They may push this. Liga whiffing his death from above.
Entrate dentro. I ragazzi sono dentro.
Raga, sono 2 da me. Raga, a mano. Double tap, nice. Raga.
To pass, getting another snipe on Nightmare. Nightmare cleaning up Jess's.
Sono one shot, una mano.
Bit of inconsistency with the shotgun there. It's a dogfight at the moment. They're scrapping. They're scrapping in the center of the map. Trading left and right. It looks like OSCURO came out on top in that scrap. One getting pinched, two getting pinched outside. They need to regroup. They need to regroup. They're going to be pushed off spawn. They know that.
Okay. Wait for it.
They spawned outside. Two inside. 2 and 2 split at the moment.
Netmere triple tap. Ok, gira com a destra. Sono one shot, mi serve una mano. Ok, sono one shot. Ma... Okay.
There's Liga. There's Liga with the death from above slam. 2 marcher. 100 strength build. Was waiting for that to come into play. We saw it gave Relentless a lot of problems.
Troppo tardi. Dovete chiamarlo prima.
Liga's gonna have Thorn perk now.
Guardate, raga, guardateci.
OSCURO really starting to come away with this. Liga whiffing his slam. It's the first time I've seen him do that.
Oh man. Buono.
Sono due.
Calma.
Here come the supers in rotation. Nightmare is going to be looking to push the action. He's won. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on that kill. Couldn't secure that.
La vedo un po' dura.
The communication is not what I saw against Relentless. The communication is not the same when they verse Relentless in the losers bracket final. You can hear the frustration. You can hear the frustration. Liga still abusing that stupid fucking slam.
Ci stiamo facendo pushare, raga.
We're gonna swap over to George. You're gonna be hearing a different mentality in George's stream.
No, I got stuck on someone.
I'm a bit disheartened to hear BESTIE not communicating as well as I'd like them to. They were communicating fantastic against Relentless, but just sounds like they're just a bit frustrated with the way they're all playing.
Good for you guys. Bro, why is there so much flinch on my guns? Like...
OSCURO honestly running away with this. There's not really much to commentate on here, guys.
God, we're chaining.
There's not really much to commentate on. At the moment, they're just... I'm not gonna say... It just feels like OSCURO aren't being punished. They're overextending, they're making those risky plays, and they haven't been punished at all this game. At all. They're free. You're watching Liga getting doubles, you're watching Nightmare getting doubles.
AIDS, man.
Danny COD is running rampant. Like, no one is punishing them for overextending, making those risky plays, and they're honestly just getting away with it right now. That's how I feel anyway. That's how I feel.
AIDS. I cannot do shit.
Every time I see Liga do a death from above with the Doom Marches, it just puts a smile on my face. It's like he knows he's being cheeky. He knows he's being cheeky. He knows he can get away with it.
Liga, you still sniping? Alright, I'm stuck on a fucking sniper against you. Like, what the fuck? I'm stuck on a sniper.
Obviously, the load times on console
I've got
aren't the
a
best.
sniper on this account.
George having the freedom to just stay in spawn and just stand there, just change weapons, chill, relax.
Getting farms right now, honestly.
George not allowed to use that sniper. I'm sure they're banned. He knows that. That was very. I'm not sure if he's gonna be punished. That was very cheeky. If you didn't get a kill with it, fine. But you just contested someone sniping, and you killed them with an archetype that's banned. You know what? I'm honestly, I'm more happy now with how BESTIE are playing. They've decided to pull up their socks, not give up. And they closed an almost 25-point lead. They've decided to close it down to 10.
They're so weird, honestly. That's why it works.
They're really pushing the engagement now. BESTIE, honestly, I don't know what they've done. Maybe they've had a pep talk halfway through the game, decided we're not going to take this lying down. 10 kills now the difference. The super rotations are now coming into play. Unfortunately, Sully didn't use his super to get any kills, unfortunately, there. Blade Barrage gets one. The lead growing again now. BESTIE have two supers, a Storm and a Staff. There is the Staff.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm honestly very happy to see BESTIE not take this line down.
I've actually got neg.
They're really pushing the action now. The lead down to 8. Whether it's too little, too late. Whether it's too little, too late. It could be. It is. I think it is. It's over.
I legit went neg that game.
Towards the end of the game, they were really fighting for it, but unfortunately, they were just off to a horrible start.
Half.
It's unfortunate. The series now is OSCURO 2, BESTIE 0.
I know, right?
OSCURO need to win one more,
shit.
and
Honestly,
that is it.
Weirdos.
That is lock, stock, and the whole lot. They've taken the bag.
Like, that was so bad, that game. Other than that goddamn Exodus Blue game earlier. Oh my god, that was awful as well. But
what do the winners get? Exclamation mark prize in the chat. It's very disheartening. You honestly, you want to see it neck to neck. I'm not taking anything away from OSCURO. Again, Nightmare Titan, Danny, Liga, George, a formidable team. Honestly, fantastic players in their own regards. But yeah, I honestly wanted to see BESTIE having the same communication as they did against Relentless, rotating around, trying to manage those split spawns. I feel like they weren't punishing very brazen pushes by Liga with the death from above. And I feel like Nightmare and Danny and were just able to push through and not get punished at all. They were just picking them off. Up until the second half of that game, I really would have liked to hear the communication. But yeah, honestly, Nightmare and Danny that game, phenomenal. Depask, I feel, for these finals at least, he's doing phenomenal. His snipes are coming in clutch. He's got great super usage. If I was to pick for the first series against Relentless, I'd say Slowly, who's on the account Terra, would be that crucial player. But these last two games, I'd have to say Depask or Kevin for BESTIE. Obviously, George didn't have the best game on Burnout, but Liga, Nightmare, and Danny. It's honestly they're. I'm not gonna say they're unstoppable, but they have free reign. They have free reign at the moment. No one's putting them down. Let's go back to George.
Already.
They're more or less unstoppable. More or less. I'll say it.
I know, yeah, I matched her so many times.
This tournament could be over after this game.
I want to match her.
We saw Liga absolutely run wild on this map with his slam.
Oh my god.
Depask, there you go. Gets the double, gets the snipe, gets Nightmare timed down. Liga takes down 2. Danny Cod with the cleanup. Who's left? Terra. This tournament could be over right now. After this game, OSCURO take this victory.
My shotgun whiff.
It's done.
My shotgun whiff. Go top. Get back? Okay.
I honestly feel like Depask is the crucial player for BESTIE right now. George pushing the engagement. Weak. Fantastic win by George. Nightmare killing Terra in the kill feed. You see Liga and Danny getting the cleanup as well. They're very confident. They're pushing 2 and 2. They're pushing 2 and 2. George pushing the spawn.
Yes,
Just very confident with their pushes. Depask managing to get 2. Getting the body on Liga. Winning his engagement with Danny. Depask again. Depask taking down Nightmare. OMG taking down Liga. Slowly taking down Danny. The collapse on George.
So shit. It's so bad.
This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see.
My shotgun whiffing.
Them challenging.
Whiff twice now.
Terra taking down Nightmare. George trying to play his life, rotating back to his team at B. They're holding Divider. George by himself. He's about to get angled out. Liga abuses that slam. Nightmare comes with the cleanup.
No. Oh my god, he just bodied me.
Good pick. Nightmare unfortunately couldn't get a trade there.
My shotgun just
OMG taking down 2. Slowly taking down Liga.
How the hell did I mess up?
I just feel like George is in his own head at the moment, if I'm being honest. He's just talking himself out of winning those engagements. He just needs to remain a little bit more positive, get his shot back on. I feel like he's talking himself out of winning these engagements, which he's more than capable of. Good snipe by George.
One guy's one shot. That was up. Oh my god, I got shot from my side.
This is what I want to see. BESTIE taking it to OSCURO. They could potentially win the next 3 games and continue the series.
3 times now.
I feel like their voices aren't shared, E4.
Almost bodied. I'm weak. Back up, Danny, back up.
Trying to rotate back to their team. That's a fantastic Nova.
Did that get me?
The supers are really coming into play now. Like I said, I've always been saying this. If they get good super rotation, they're creating those orbs.
Let's go right. Okay.
It can really determine the way the match is going to go. I'm not seeing Liga abuse his slam, abuse his death from above, as he was doing against Relentless.
I know he is.
Nightmare getting 2, then getting shut down by Slowly. DePass coming in, cleaning up George. DePass getting Liga. Slowly taking down Nightmare. Slowly taking down Danny. The teams right now are ridiculous by BESTIE. Maybe they all had a bit of G fuel in between the games.
They're not on the left. He is snapping back. He's snapping back.
2 pushing up, trying to control the map.
Okay.
1 staying back spawn. Danny Cod's getting pushed. George, I feel a bit rushed with that super. He's half shield. He's playing his life. He's 1 shot. Very risky to make that push. He's getting collapsed on.
Can't do anything.
I honestly feel like George is talking himself out of winning engagements. I just feel like he just needs a little bit more positive, and who knows, he's more than capable of winning heaps. Fantastic snipe by George. I just feel like he's talking himself out of winning these engagements. I'd love to hear Nightmare, Liga, and Danny, but unfortunately their comms aren't shared. Good pick by George again. Danny cleaning up the Pask. The Pask trading with Danny. Nightmare getting Jessus. George winning that engagement against Swooly. He's got kill clip. Pushing to Divider. He's probably going to be sniping down trucks, looking for a pick. As he de-scopes, someone peeks. That's unfortunate. Usually how it happens when you're sniping. Liga getting the double. Creating 2 orbs. This is fantastic. This is what you want to see. The good super rotation. They've cleaned up. Good team wipe. George is looking for that pick. It looks like DePask may be spawned by himself. Is it DePask? No, it's Slowly. Slowly rotating back to his team. Again, I've seen a 2-in-2 split on this map so often. I don't know how George hit that snipe. He's looking around. He doesn't know how he hit it either. Unfortunately, couldn't get the trade there. Nightmare getting 1. He's pushed into the spawn.
They got barrage.
Unfortunately, gets picked. Very advantageous spawn for BESTIE. They all spawned at trucks. Alright, we're going to swap back over to Slowly stream. They're doing fantastic. I have to commend them this game. They're really taking it to OSCURO. I want to hear those comms though. Quite quiet.
Aspetta, scusami, volevo pigliare l'angolo io. One shot! Ah, va ricaduto. Aspetta che va.
Sì, no, sto bettando, sono passato.
C'hai dietro il titano.
As you see in the kill feed, Liga utilizing that movement exotic and getting the chain kill with the Doom Marches on OMG.
Ok.
Mano, sinistra.
Good shots there by Liga. Good shots there by George as well.
Andate tutti a destra. Attenti al cecchino.
Playing smart, BESTIE notices one behind him. They're pushing forward. I believe they're going to push the 2 in front. George caught in his scope. Picked off by DePask. Good stuff by Slowly. Really important that they don't get a trade there. Liga abusing the death from above slam. Liga getting a double there. Didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve that double. Was getting pushed by 3. Decided to do a little dance, make a little love, and come down with that slam. And do marches do the rest.
Itato 63-1.
Slowly getting an angle. George getting OMG. DePass getting Liga. DePass getting Nightmare. George popping the Storm. I'm not sure if he's aware the Nova's active. Liga's won. Knows he has to rotate.
L'ha finito.
Nightmare just had the
Mio,
advantageous
one,
spawn.
61.
What a good spawn for Nightmare there. Able to get the clean up.
Ok, c'ho cecchino, cecchino a destra. Diego, a destra, Diego, a destra. Buono.
There's more comms now. More comms now. I'm liking it.
Arrivo.
Only 9 the difference. 9 the difference. All about super rotation. If they use the supers well,
Vincimi.
they could make this an open and shut case.
Muore.
Buono.
Jessus getting George. Danny getting OMG. Danny Cod getting Jessus.
Basta.
Danny Cod getting the 3-piece. And Nightmare getting the cleanup. That was an absolute fantastic team wipe. Danny taking down 3 and Nightmare coming in for the support.
Vita Titan.
I honestly feel like Nightmare and
Ok, ho preso il trade.
Nightmare and Danny are working so well together.
Ti pusho in volo.
They're
Buono. Ok.
they're hunting impacts. They're cleaning up
Aspetta,
after each other.
Aspetta,
They're doing really well.
Arrivo.
I didn't get my mouse off.
È in
fondo, in fondo.
Ok, avanzate.
Aspetta, vado in super.
Terrai's got 1. I'm not sure where Liga went.
No,
Liga went from where Divider was to the other end of spawn
Sinistra.
and got a double with that slam. Fantastic.
Ti pusho avanti col pompa.
It's unfortunate by DePass. Try to go for the body and the hand cannon swap. 2 on cap point now. DePass still has his storm. DePass has his storm. OMG taking down Danny. Oh, this could be an open and shut case for... Oh, that's unfortunate. Nightmare just couldn't lock on with that staff. If I was Nightmare, I would be spewing. I thought that would have easily been a kill on Slowly. Good nade. Good team shots by DePask. Holding Divider. DePask again with a snipe.
Prendo flank.
He's been such a crucial player.
No, raga, ma...
They still have 2 supers.
Tento che batti solo.
OSCURO have no supers at the moment. I would be pushing with a staff or a storm. I would be pushing with a staff or a storm, guys. You have 2 supers. Danny and Liga cleaning up, not taking any shit. OMG pushing with that staff. Liga couldn't get that counter pick. Danny with the cleanup. George getting the snipe on the Pask. That's 2 staffs we've seen. OMGs and Nightmares. Both not being able to secure any kills. Do they still have a storm? Is the Pask holding on to his storm? I'm not sure if you used it. I didn't see.
Sono io muoio.
It's a nail biter. Here's the storm. He needs to stay alive. Good secure kill.
Wow.
The abuse of the 2 marches. The confidence. It could be over.
M'ha preso. B, pusciatelo, sta scappando, sinistra,
1 kill. OSCURO need 5.
Pusciatelo.
OSCURO need
Pusciatelo,
5.
una manata. Ah, fanculo.
Mate, that was down to the wire. I love those exciting games. As you can see, George getting his super right at the end. It's so crucial, those team shots. It's so crucial picking up those orbs. You could potentially have 3 supers. 3 game-changing supers in one game. It all depends on your super usage and getting those orbs. The BESTIE fighting back. They still need to win the next 2 games to be able to go into the next series. I'm actually, mate.
Mo mi richiede la mappa, fammi.
Mate, I'm gonna just say now, all right. The way Danny and Nightmare are playing, they're ruthless. I feel Nightmare and Danny are just like a pack of wolves, like going back and forth, cleaning up each other's kills, hunting down people with those shotguns. They're putting unbelievable amounts of pressure. I feel like between Danny and Nightmare, it's hard to separate the 2. They're both doing so well. I feel like George just needs to stop putting himself down. I feel like he's putting himself down a lot. He's still doing phenomenal. And League is just being Liga. As the BESTIE, their communication and their rotation and their teamwork is what's really crucial. It's like how can I put it to you? It's like Barcelona versus Real Madrid. That's the way I could put it to you. It's a team of champion players potentially versing a champion team. If you guys know anything about football, that's the best reference I can give you. A champion team that plays together, moves well together, communicates together, versus a team of just champion players, individually, you know, doing what they can. Sure, there's a bit of teamwork in there, but it's the El Clasico right now. It's who will win. It's communication, teamwork, or that individual skill that obviously Nightmare, Danny, and Liga are bringing to the table, and George as well. I feel like the Besties, that Barcelona team, that they're just, you know what I mean? They're just their teamwork and their chemistry, and when their communication is on, it's on. You know what I mean? It's just how long they can compose themselves and stay consistent. We're gonna watch Slowly to start off, and then we'll swap to George in the second half. That's just my opinion, guys, but that's how I feel. It's entertaining.
Raga, parliamo. Sì, soliti, c'è una solita.
Attenti alle nade, attenti alle nade, fateglielo usare prima. Hittate.
Levatevi da me.
Fantastic, big chains by George there. George is going to have another nade. George is going to have another nade to throw. There it is. Not as impactful as the first one. Danny gets one. Danny gets two. Danny gets three. Danny taking down three. Slowly left by himself, trying to rotate back to his team. This map is notorious for split spawns. Good team chemistry and good teamwork.
Sinistra.
Managing those split spawns and not being put under pressure will win them this game. Liga overextending. Liga's too confident with that death from above slam with the Doom Marches. He's just...
One shot, ok? Ti push. No.
Cazzo.
Aspetta che mi sa che uno gira toilet.
Managing the split spawns. 3 are up. Is one going to be split? All three together. One at toilet. Danny getting a pick. Looks like free damage there. Good pick, Slowly.
Giro da voi.
Sully trying to hold center of the map. We saw this happen for them last time. If they tried to hold center and they stayed stagnant on this map, they were getting pinched by the split spawns. It's very important that very important that LeBestie do not stay stagnant in the center of the map. They need to push the spawns and they need to push the engagement. Every time we've seen them stay stagnant and hold the center of the map, the split spawns, they get pinched and they get fed. It's definitely not what they want. I feel like they can't hold the center of the map on this map. They have to be pushing the action.
Ok, ho preso 3, basta, becca. Girate. C'è George in mid, George in mira.
Managing those split spawns, spoiling toilet.
Aspetta, no, sono già qui a sinistra.
Slowly leaving his teammate there to the Sharks.
Tutti one shot, raga.
They're again holding center of the map. I don't want to see them hold the center of the map. I want to really see them pushing the action, splitting the spawns. One's behind them. I'm not sure if they know. He's on B. OMG cleans up Liga. It's still close, neck to neck.
Buono. C'è un altro. Non morite.
Again, see? Pushing the spawns. Right now, they should be pushing the action. One in center.
No, raga.
That's unfortunate. Liga again, just pushing with that stupid death from above smash. He's so free to do it. He has 100 strength. There's no restrictions on strength. He's using Doom Marches and the middle tree Thunder Crash. Just free to keep slamming at will every 8 to 10 seconds. The first super of the game. George gets gunned by Depask. Depask has been such a crucial player for LeBestie.
Faccio così, metto il fonte qua. Metto
He's
il
been
fonte qua.
such a crucial player.
E guarda Kobis.
All the supers are coming into play. George has already used his. We'll see how the BESTIE manage their super. Good super usage is crucial to winning this.
Oh raga, la mano.
Liga pushed up, very aggressive, didn't get punished.
Destra, destra, destra.
Liga managed to get two.
Dietro, dietro, ci avete dietro. Pushate avanti, pushate avanti, pushate avanti.
Neck to neck, Danny taking Jessus down. Nightmare and Danny, you'll see them both in the kill feed together there. They're working really well together. Danny Cod getting the double there, that's the team wipe.
Usa.
Jessus needs to play slow. He needs to play slow and play smart. He's going to get pushed off spawn.
Ok, buono.
There's the split spawn. How they manage it decides how they're going to win.
Ok, aspetta. Dici, dov'è la Spectre? Ok.
OSCURO really pushing him off spawn, forcing the split spawn.
C'è davanti.
Good play by Slowly. There's another one there. George realizing he's made a mistake, running back to his team. Baiting, good bait by George. Danny there for the cleanup.
Non ci andare, Diego, non ci andare.
Danny is going ham in this game.
Non fare levo.
There's Liga. Still haven't heard the pop. Liga gets one. Nightmare's there for the cleanup. OMG popping his staff.
Farati. No, Giamma, ti prego.
OMG really left by himself. The pass trying to help him out. One in toilet. They're really all over the shop at the moment. I feel like BESTIE are pushing so many different fronts. They're fighting on so many different fronts right now. And I honestly don't know. I feel like they need to regroup. They need to stick together. It looks like they're trying to fight so many different engagements. We're not seeing that team chemistry and that teamwork. We'll swap back to George. This could be over now. If they don't pull their socks up, they don't get their head in the game, and they don't get that teamwork, you know, communicating where they're going to push, communicating where they're going to contest. To pass popping a super. This could be a massive super right now. Jesus getting the cleanup on George. Haven't seen any super kills as yet. No orbs created. Four kills a difference. I believe all supers are off the board as it stands. Good snipe by George, getting slowly. The boys pushing up. Two in center right now. OMG couldn't really secure the kill there. Liga with that movement exotic gets Jessus and chains to Depask. Unfortunately for Sully, left in the spawn by himself. You already see Liga and Danny pushing the opposite spawns, forcing the split spawns. You already see him. That's how confident they are. They're just phenomenal teamwork. Danny, good snipes by George. One body, one head. No shoulders, knees or toes. Gets cleaned up by Sully. Sully takes Nightmare and George down. 8 kills the difference. 7 kills the difference now. Good snipe by George. That's twice he's picked someone from there. Very common sniper lane.
Tell me about it, Oscar. Nope. I wanna watch that pass forward pass back. I wanna hear them screaming.
George weak, playing toilet. Whether he rotates back to his team, he's going to play his super. His team are in fantastic position to collapse, but they couldn't push up in time to save George. Danny gets one. Depask gets Danny. Nightmare gets OMG. Liga cleans up. That's a team wipe. Good pick by George. I feel he's really coming into his stride now, sniping. Shotgunning really wasn't working out for him. He had a few complaints about his shotgun firing blanks. It's not all lost. It's not all lost at the moment. Only 11 kills the difference. Closing it down to 10. They have a Blade Barrage and a Spectral. There goes the Spectral by Nightmare. Danny takes 2. Nightmare takes 1. The last one's on George. Try to get away. OMG unfortunately couldn't get a trade. George with the disrespect.
Oh my god.
OSCURO needs 1 win to finish this series. BESTIE needs to win the next 2. It could be an open and shut case, but anything could happen. These guys are all fantastic players. This is the grand final. No one on either team is to be underestimated. This comes down to team chemistry and how well they play the map. OSCURO only needing 5 now to secure it. It does seem bleak. George getting 1. Jessus getting George with a super. I feel like Blade Barrage has been in the 3 series we've watched the most useless super out of all supers. I feel sorry for whichever unlucky soul has to get picked with Blade Barrage. And that's it. That's a GG's.
I don't know why they still try after the game ended. GG's them.
OSCURO coming away with the win. That's game.
Yes, GG's.
BESTIE tried
That was
their best.
I know,
It's not a pun on their name.
That's my last tournament. I said the calf, that's my last tournament.
Well, congratulations to OSCURO coming away with the win. Commiserations to BESTIE. Just a bit inconsistent with their gameplay, but honestly, I'm very, very impressed the way they played that. Their movement, their rotations, their call-outs, just a bit of consistency for them, but they're a formidable team. I feel like Slowly and Kevin were really good in the losers bracket of the final. Very impactful against Relentless. But Tapask for me, every time I look in their kill feed, Tapask was doing fantastic for BESTIE's team. For OSCURO, the combination of Nightmare Titan and Danny were, I don't know, they were just feeding off each other. They were rotating really well, collapsing. It just really came down to super rotations, good call outs and consistency, and it does seem like OSCURO did have that more consistently. Just absolutely amazing. Some of the stuff they were doing stream, for those of you who don't follow tournaments or aren't at a tournament level, some of the stuff they were doing inherently, just disengaging, re-engaging, rotations, some really top class gameplay. So Relentless finishing 3rd, BESTIE finishing 2nd, and OSCURO finishing 1st. I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. It's brought to you by the Destiny 2 esports community, Razer, and I'm very glad to be a part of it, commentating and casting it for you. I hope I did a great job.